Stampers, welcome back to fancyforstampin.com. We're going to decorate this coupon organizer that we just made in the previous video. Now I know most people would probably decorate it before they attached the cover to the accordion file, but I'm not most people. I have a tendency to do things backwards, so that's just the way it is. But it won't be difficult to decorate even though the cover is attached and the file is completely assembled. Okay, first thing we're going to do is we're going to take our piece of 23-inch piece of burlap ribbon, and we are going to staple it right there in the middle of the front flap with 2 staples. Okay? So then once it's all decorated, it'll wrap around just like that. Okay, so that's stapled there. Then we're going to attach our half a lace doily, and I'm going to use my craft sheet and my snail adhesive if I can find it. My desk is a mess right at the very moment. Here it is. And I'm just going to add a little snail adhesive to the back like that and attach this half doily off to the side and over the burlap ribbon. There it is. Now you can see it. Okay, and then we're going to set that off to the side. Okay, next thing we need to do is stamp a few flowers. So we're going to stamp using the Oh So Succulent. We're going to stamp 2 of these larger flowers. One will be in Old Olive ink, and one will be in, where'd it go? The Sweet Sugar Plum. So let me do the outline first. The outline is done in Tip Top Taupe and my scrap paper, Whisper White scrap, and a foam mat because we're using the photopolymer stamp set. So I'm going to stamp the outline twice on the big flower. And once for the little flower. Okay, and we can put that away. We are finished with the Tip Top Taupe, I believe. Yes, we are. Okay, now we need to do the center of the flowers. Where's my large one? Tell me I didn't mount it. Oh, here it is. Let me see if I can line this up real quick. Oh, well, no, that's not it. One of the things I like about these clear stamp sets is you don't have to use your Stamp-A-Ma-Jig. But this is going to take me a moment here. Here we go. I think I've got that lined up. I do. So we're going to stamp one big flower in Sweet Sugar Plum. Well, I did have it lined up. I must have moved it. Here we go. I need a little more ink. One big one in Sweet Sugar Plum. Like that. And then I'll have to wipe off my stamp. And we'll do the other large one in Old Olive. So here we do I wiped off my stamp, and now we're stamping the other large one in Old Olive ink. This is an older ink pad, so I need to make sure that I get my stamp inked up really good. Let me see if I can line it up here. And stamp. Perfect. Okay. And this one small flower center is done in Flirty Flamingo. And let me see. I need to line this up. Okay, I've got it all lined up, and I'm going to ink up my Flirty Flamingo. And I will... All right, I had it lined up. Nope, 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 nope. Here we go, here we go, here we go. And stamp. Okay, another thing. On another piece of scrap Whisper White, we need to stamp several of these branches. So we need 3 of them. So I'm going to start with the outline first and Old Olive ink. This one's easy to do. 1. 2. 3. Okay, and now the center. I love the look of two-step stamping. Okay, and there's that. Oh, a little off on that, but that's okay, it'll be fine. 2, I hope my big fat head's not getting in the way when I lean over to look to make sure it's lined up. And 3. Okay, so we've got those 3 branches and these 3 flowers that I will go over to the big shot and cut them out. Okay, I cut out these flowers and branches or leaves over at the big shot, and while I was there I went ahead and cut out the medium and the small of the larger succulent in Calypso Coral, and then I cut out these 2 pieces in Calypso Coral. I assume they go with this larger succulent. If not, I'm making them go with that. And then I cut the same 2 smaller pieces out of mint macaron. So before we attach any of the flowers to the front of the coupon organizer, we need to stamp and sponge these flowers that we cut out. So we're going to stamp using this little, I don't know what you would call it, stamp, to make our splotch at the end of each of these Calypso Coral flowers. So we'll just do this real quick. And then we're going to sponge around each of these flowers in Calypso Coral ink. So that's done, and then I have my sponge dauber. Oh, you didn't see me do that. I stamped around the outer edges of the flowers. So our sponge dauber and some Calypso Coral ink, and we're just going to sponge around all of these real quick. It's too bad that when I'm videotaping a tutorial, you can't say to me, hey, I can't see what you're doing. Move your stamping up so that it's within camera range. I have a real small craft room, so I struggle with setting up. I have to practically clear off my desk and set up the camera, and then there's not enough distance between where I sit and where the camera is sitting, so it's hard to come up with, oh, what's the word I'm looking for? It's hard to be far enough away with the camera so that you can see what I'm doing, and not so far that you see all of the junk that's sitting around me. Does that make sense? So I'm going to have to rethink my setup here when I do videos. Okay, I sponged all of those in Calypso Coral. Now I'm going to sponge the mint macaron, these two little flowers in mint macaron, real quick. Just the ends a little bit. And this little flower, I want to get it in the middle too. So I forgot to do that on the small Calypso Coral flower, but I will. I'll get that done. Okay, let me get my little, the center. There we go. Okay, now I put all these flowers together with a glue dot. I know the liquid glue would work well with these also, but it's faster for me right now to just use glue dots. So I'll put them all together. Okay, and now we're ready to attach our flowers to the front of this coupon organizer. So this first, in Sweet Sugar Plum, I'm going to add a little adhesive to the back of it. It goes right about there. Okay, and this larger Calypso Coral with a Stampin' Dimensional is going to be attached right off to the left of the Sweet Sugar Plum flower so that it covers the top of the doily. Okay, and this sweet or flirty flamingo, little flirty flamingo flower with another Stampin' Dimensional goes right about there. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is wrap our ribbon around once, and I will attach with a stapler this flower. I'll attach it to the ribbon. Just like, oops, I missed. Totally missed, just like that. So it's right there. Okay, and then this one is going to come around and we're going to attach this with a stapler. I think I need to trim my ribbon a little. Yeah, I do. Let me trim it a little. 23 inches. I'm going to take about 1.5 inches off. And attach this flower to the end of the ribbon with a staple. Just like that. Okay. Now we have these little branches here. We need to add a little adhesive to the back of them. And we'll just randomly tuck them in under here. There's one. Let's put one about there. And we can put one, where's the third one? Right about, where should we put, we'll put the third one right there. Right there. So everything is pretty much layered. Okay, so let's wrap our ribbon around. Okay, the last thing we need are some pearls in the center of each flower. Let me find my pearls. Where are my pearls? Okay, here are my pearls. So we need to add one large pearl in the middle of each flower. So here's one. Always have a hard time picking them up. We'll put that right there. And we will put one right there in the middle of the mint macaron flower. Fold this over. A large pearl in the middle. Up, there it is. In the middle of my, I think I lost the sticky on it. Yep, I lost the sticky on it. I'm having a hard time with my pearls. You know, if it could go wrong today, it did. And I don't know, maybe I should have just quit while I was ahead and started all over tomorrow. There we go. A pearl in the middle of the old olive flower. And there's a pearl in the middle of my sweet sugar plum. And a teeny tiny pearl in the middle of my flirty flamingo. Okay, so there we go. There it is. It sure is cute, even if I do say so myself. Okay, for the card is decorated exactly the same way as the front of the coupon organizer. Only difference is the card base is 4 1/4 by 11. Okay, and I have the same length of ribbon. Did the same thing. Stapled the ribbon to the front of the DSP, and we have our card. And you can arrange this so that the flowers are layered before you put it in your envelope. Well, I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Again, I apologize for any, I don't know, like I said, today was, I felt very disorganized today, but I hope you enjoyed the tutorial. If you have any questions, please let me know. Until next time, I'm Adamson-Cauler. Have a great day.